Hello and welcome to the channel. If you don't know my face and you're new here, my name is Stephanie Jean and this is my channel where I like to talk about stuff on the internet. Today is going to be a group chat kind of video. We're still doing live videos because even though now I have memory cards for my camera, I just haven't really wanted to do a sit and shoot a sit and shoot kind of video. So lives for the win. Today we are joined by my wonderful friend Susannah, and there she is. Hi. And we're going to be talking about creativity in quarantine. Now, Susannah and I are both pretty creative people. We met doing theater. She's been on my channel a few times now. And yeah, we both like doing creative things. So quick updates. Susannah, what have you been up to? We haven't talked really much in a while. So what have you been up to before quarantine and how has that changed? And what are you doing in quarantine to stay creative?
Well, going into quarantine, I was working on my master's. I mean, I still am, but the semester's over. So I had been really, really busy with schoolwork. And I was, even when quarantine started. So it kept me really, really busy until the semester ended. But once it did, I kind of started shifting away from screenwriting. I'm getting my master's in script and screenwriting, and right now I'm on the screenwriting portion. So I shifted away from that for a little bit so I could work on songwriting. So I've been collaborating with people on songwriting as well as writing my own songs. That's been really fun. And then throughout this entire quarantine process, I have been doing ballet classes on Instagram Live. So that's been super fun, a great way to stay in shape while staying inside the house. And I don't know, I feel like I'm just becoming a better dancer. It's really cool to see where dance can take me if I'm consistent with it. So I've never been able to do that before. It's really cool.
That's pretty great. I love that for you.
Thank you.
I've just kind of not really been doing much. We've talked about this in my channel or on my channel where I have been writing some novels, and when quarantine hit, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get so much writing done. And it's like anytime I say I'm about to do something, that's what ruins it. And then I don't do it, you know?
Yeah.
So I haven't really been writing much. I have been coming up with a lot of ideas for more stories, but I haven't had the energy or the drive to put in the effort to actually make those stories happen. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I was talking to someone and they were like, yeah, just do like short stories or like make it a shorter thing. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like the idea I have is so detailed and so big. It's going to be a series.
Yeah.
And I don't have the commitment for that right now. So I haven't really been writing. I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing, which is not really, a lot of people might not consider that creative, but because you get to design things the way you want on the game. Yeah, it's like Minecraft, but more aesthetic. So like, I love it. It's pretty rad. And I've been having a lot of fun with that. I'm in a Discord group with some people from CSUB. And we all like go to each other's islands and stuff. And like, I got to decorate like the inside of my house and everything, which is super cute. I wish my real house could look like that, but you know, it's fine. And so I've been playing a lot of that. Recently though, I've been easing off of video games in general. I have some video ideas that involve me reading certain books and like talking about them. So I've been working on that. I started vlogging finally, because, you know, I wanted to do that back at my birthday, and because of technical difficulties, I hadn't been. And so that's finally happening. Yeah. Oh, and I started sewing, kind of. So I used to do cross stitch in like elementary school, and then I stopped. And I was like, you know, I see all these people making these really cute like embroidery hoops and stuff, and I want to learn how to do that. So I'm going to. And I have my old backpack, and for the last couple days, every day I try and embroider one little thing. So like the first one was a frog face, and then I made like a little Black Lives Matter fist, and then I made today I made a peach, but it doesn't look like a peach. It looks like a peach apple. But I tried.
Pink apples are good too.
Yeah, that's true. Yep. But
Nice.
that's all I've been doing. And it is kind of difficult, I think, for creative people in general, but as a creative person, I think for creative people, it's hard when you do collaborative art like theater
Mm-hmm.
and you can't do it. Not that
Yeah.
like you audition and you don't get the part, but you don't even get to audition. You don't even go to see shows. You can't.
Yep.
It's definitely a void. I'm even wearing like my theater, my work shirt today because I just miss my
Aw.
job so much. But yeah, I don't know.
So when we
Quarantine,
were going into quarantine, your theater was about to do a show,
yeah,
and
we
I was
just did
about to do a
auditions.
show.
Yeah. Yeah, we
So,
just finished auditions for Newsies, and it was a kids production. I guess they're still doing rehearsals like through Zoom or something, but I don't really know how that's working. I'm not involved
and
in
you
the
don't get to be
rehearsal
there.
process.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
so
So,
it's hard. I miss live theater so much.
mhm.
Last year I think I saw like close to 40 live shows, and
Yeah.
this year I've seen like 4 because of the circumstances, and I'm just like, I miss it so much. And
Yeah,
I probably won't get to see that many this year because even when
you
we
just
get out of
can't.
this, then they have to figure out a way to restart everything, and yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I am just really worried about how many community theaters are going to have to close who might not survive
yeah.
this pandemic, but
There's
you
been a
know
lot
what?
of small businesses that have to close, and it's
Yeah,
really sad.
it is. But that's a conversation for a different day,
Mhm.
and we're towing really close to politics that I don't wanna get into. So, so we're talking about creativity, and we're talking about how we're having struggles with our creativity during quarantine. What
Mhm.
do you feel like is something that has been getting in your way? Because for me, it's definitely, like, been a spike in my depression, like, not being able to interact with people, not really having any drive. It's all kinda, like, coming from this isolation, but for you, is there something that you think because of quarantine, it's affecting your creativity, or do you think it's helping it?
I think it's mostly helping it because I don't have a job and school's over, and so I literally have nothing really to do except
Yeah.
for trying to look for work and cleaning the house and stuff. But I'm like, oh my gosh, I need something to fill my time. I need ballet, I need tap, I need, all this
Yeah.
different stuff. So I've been really using the time to just do these things so that I can fill my day. But on
Mhm.
the other hand, it is hard because I live with 4 other people. So my mom, dad, sister, and brother. So they're always in the house. So it's a shared space. I've stopped singing. Really, I don't really sing as much as I used to. I mean, except for when I'm writing songs, because I feel
Mhm.
really awkward singing around other people. I used to use my time driving to and from rehearsals to just warm up my voice and really keep it in shape. And I don't do that anymore because I'm not really in the
Mhm.
car.
Yeah.
So that's been a hard thing, but I've just kind of replaced it with different skills to work on, which I think is
Mhm.
totally okay. And I
Yeah.
would encourage it because, go explore other things while you can, as long as you're up and doing something.
Mhm.
So,
I agree with that. I
yeah,
mean, theoretically, you could just take your car to, like, a parking lot and sit in your car.
I could, but it's hard for me to do things that I don't feel like have a specific goal or purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even really like laying in my bed in the morning because I'm like, oh, like I need to get up, I need to do something. But that's just kind of my
Mhm.
personality.
Right.
So like driving to nowhere would be like, like I need to do something, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't
I
know.
get
But
that.
yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll turn on Postmates and drive and do that.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
Um, Man, that's so crazy because, like, I'm, like, the exact opposite. It's like if I don't have a reason to get out of bed, like, someone to go see or someone to meet or someone's coming over, you know, or something to do, like, to go somewhere, if I don't have, like, a deadline, somebody's waiting on it, then I will kind of just, like, wait around and be like, "I don't know what to do. I have
Mm.
things I could do, but why?" Why do them?
Yeah, that's been really interesting to see how different personalities and like introvert versus extrovert and all this stuff, the different ways that quarantine has affected all of us. Like,
Yeah.
there's this thing that I have created in my head called the introvert extrovert paradox in quarantine, which is all the introverts are really we're refueled. I mean, yeah, we're refueled and we're ready to go. And so we have all this energy. We want to go out, whereas the extroverts are feeling really drained and therefore feeling more like they want to stay in, which is not their normal. I don't know. It's weird, but I've noticed that, like with me and my family and stuff. So.
Yeah. I mean, and the other day I don't remember what we were talking about, but you were like, I think you're more introverted than you think you are. And I was like, maybe, but also like, I just want to sleep for like
paradox.
Okay, so moving on. Tips to increase creativity. We talked about trying new things. We talked about, driving your car somewhere just to like go. I honestly should probably do that. I should probably just take my car to like a baseball field or something and just like write in my car just so I have a change of space. Because that's something that's like, whenever I sit down to write, I normally, if I'm having like writer's block or if I'm having like an issue with, getting words out or pushing a scene forward or even just using my brain at all, I would normally go to a coffee shop and I would sit there and I'd be like, well, I drove here. I need to sit here for at least 3 hours, so I might as well write, because otherwise that was a waste of gas and a waste of money for me to buy this coffee. So I might as well sit here and get some work done. And that will like help me. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why that helps me, but that helps me. And
it helps me too to sit in a coffee shop and like have a different space too.
Yeah. And so I've been like, okay, I need a different space. So I'll go into my living room. And I'm like, well, I'm always in my living room. I'll go into my bedroom. It's like, well, I'm in my bedroom every day. Well, I'll go into the office. And like, I get it. Like, I'm very lucky to have like this 2-bedroom apartment, but still it's like, I feel like I'm walking in circles.
Yeah.
Like nothing changes. Yeah. I haven't like left. I mean, I did. I was gone for like a week, but that wasn't like a fun week, It wasn't like an adventure. Well, it was an adventure, but it wasn't a party. So I don't know. It's just kind of like, today I went on my patio, and I have like this really little patio. Like, my laundry is out there. I have a little tiny shelf with like plants on it. I went out there and I was reading, and then I like replanted some plants, and I was like, all right, this was good. I feel good now.
Yeah, I think that's a mistake that a lot of us have been making, is to stay inside, because the whole like stay inside, it's safe inside, and yes, but that doesn't mean stay indoors. Yeah. Like, still see the sunshine. Yeah. If you don't have a backyard, go on a walk, because it's so important. It's so important.
Yeah, walking Connor is definitely
have the fresh air. Yeah.
Yeah, walk your dog, because if you don't have a dog, get a dog and walk your dog. Because like, if it weren't,
if you can't get a dog, walk yourself.
Walk yourself. Walk your cat. There are harnesses for that. 10 out of 10 recommend. Trying to walk a cat is hilarious. But if it was like, when Jacob is gone for different training things or missions or deployments or whatever, and we're in quarantine, and I literally have no one to interact with in person, because the only person I live with is gone for X amount of time, then I need to have that interaction. If it wasn't for the animals, I literally would not get out of my house. I would have, Grubhub deliver Taco Bell for me to eat, and then that would be it, and I would be miserable. So tips to increase creativity. We got go outside. We got spend some time with some plants and get a dog. And I think talk to people and share what you're working on. Even if it's
Yes.
not where you want it to be, I feel like it's a toxic thing for creatives to be like, I can't say I'm working on something until it's perfect.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that actually happened to me today. A friend of mine, I told them I wanted to write a song for their wedding. And so I had been working on it, but I didn't feel like it was where I wanted to be, mostly because I haven't been like practicing on like my vocal technique. And so I was like,
Mhm.
oh, I don't want to record it and have them hear it. And it was a song on the guitar, and that is the instrument I'm least comfortable with. And I was like, I don't know if they're gonna like the lyrics and all this stuff. And then my friend messaged me today and was asking about like the song, and I was like, do you want to hear it? And so I recorded it really quick and I sent it, and my heart was racing. I was like, oh my gosh, what if they don't like it? And they did. They did. They liked the
Well,
song. And I was so happy. And so yeah, put yourself out there, share it with people, find a
mhm.
community, like getting to do the ballet classes every day. There's usually like 1,000 other people on there that are all dancing together. And even though you can't see them, they're there and they're doing
Yeah.
it with you. And there's all sorts of stuff like that online. There's not just ballet. There's other dance classes, and there's other things in
Yeah.
general.
There's
So go
yoga,
find it because
there's
it is
like
out there.
people doing Zoom performances of like musicals and stuff. There's
Mhm.
all kinds of things.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is kind of like one of the like closing things I want to talk about with mental health and the pressure that we put on ourselves to produce. Um and the focus that we have as creatives on the product. So earlier you even had said like you don't like doing things if there's not like a purpose or like a goal for it. But
Mhm.
sometimes you just do it. Just do a thing
Yeah.
just cuz, you know? And that's kind of like with me and the embroidery thing. Like I'm never going to make embroidery hoops to sell them on Etsy. Like I'm never going to do that.
Mhm.
That's does not I'm not going to do it. I probably won't even make embroidery hoops for myself. But it's a low pressure thing that I can
Mhm.
do small every day that I get to just make something. And it's kind of like,
Yeah.
it's something different for each day, you know? Um, and you might be like, well, I want to write a poem every day. Okay. But if you miss a day, don't be like, oh no, I missed a day. I'm the worst. I'm the worst
Oh
person
yeah,
ever. And don't be like, well, I
definitely.
already
I
wrote
miss
my poem
ballet days.
today. Yeah. But like if you're like, "Oh, I missed writing a poem," or I already wrote my poem today and I have these ideas for all these other poems and I want to write them, but I already did my one for today." Just write more poems for the day. Who cares? Just do
Yeah.
it because you want to do it. If you already took your ballet class for the day, but you want to take more, then take another one or retake it. Whatever.
Mhm.
Nobody cares. Just do whatever you need to do. And then don't be like, oh, well, I've been doing this, but I don't want anybody to know because it's not good enough yet. Like, good enough
Yeah.
for who? Good enough for what? Like, if you're only doing things so that you could be good at it, so that other people can tell you that you're good at it, then don't do it.
And and coming from someone that I totally understand that feeling of not wanting to share something because it's not good enough, just step out in faith anyway. It's scary, but try
Mhm.
it because you're gonna feel so much better afterwards.
Yeah. Or like, well, yeah. You don't have to be like, oh, everybody, look, I've been doing this thing. Like, no, you could just be like, hey, Twitter, I embroidered a face of a frog. Look at
Yeah.
it. Will
Mhm.
anybody reply to my tweet? Probably not. Do I care? Not really, because I did it. And that was the
Yeah.
point, was to do it. And I did it.
Yeah.
There we go.
But
And
I
I
think
think
something
that's good.
that's oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. Um, Something important, even if you don't do the same thing every day, even if you don't write a poem every day or a song every day or whatever, do something that you can be like, okay, I this was a productive day because I did something, whether that
Mhm.
means folding your laundry or making yourself a meal,
Don't at
or
me.
not even making yourself a meal, but eating a meal, something where you can be like, okay, I can check this off of my list. I did something.
Daphne said, I just joined. Why are you roasting me like this? Same, bro, same. No, I try and I like the rule of 3, right? And so I try and set 3 goals every day, and I try and do 1 physical, 1 mental, and 1 just general chore.
Mhm.
And so like yesterday, I didn't do any of my 3 goals. That's okay. My goals were to do laundry, to do 30 minutes of yoga or walk for 1 mile, and then to edit a chapter in Project Brew. I did none of that. You know what I did do is I embroidered. So that's a creative thing I did. I walked Connor not for a whole mile, but I walked him for like, 30 minutes, and I didn't do any yoga, but that's fine. And did I do laundry? No. But did I cook dinner? Yes. So it's
Exactly.
fine.
You can look back at the end of the day and be like, hey, I still did something, you
Yeah.
know?
And it doesn't have to be what you set out to do at the beginning of the day either. Like,
Right.
that's
Oh,
something
right.
else. Like, you don't have to put these standards on yourself. Even with your day-to-day life, it doesn't just have to be your creative projects that you're putting standards on, and that's something, as somebody who has 2 to 3 types of depression, anxiety, PTSD, mental
Flavors.
health issues, I'm like, I understand that, when you look back at the day, you're like, oh, I had this to-do list and I didn't do it, so my day was wasted, and I feel like I wasted my day and I'm worthless because I don't have something to show for the day. That's not true. You existed. That's enough. It's language. It's exhausting to exist sometimes. I get that. And in quarantine, the standards are going to be different, and you have
Right.
to accommodate for that. Just because you're not producing the amount that you would of work when you're not in quarantine doesn't mean your day was worthless.
Right.
Yeah.
Go find those things that you did, because I guarantee you did something.
Yeah. Another thing that would be really good for creativity and mental health in general is at the end of the day, try and journal. I like to try and journal 3 pages, so like a front, a back, and a front, or whatever. And just, this is what I felt today. This is what I did today. It doesn't have to be elaborate. If you just go through and all you can do is like bullet points of like what you did that day, you're going to be surprised. It's like, I got out of bed, I got dressed, I brushed my teeth. It can be that minute, but like those things matter.
Can I share something that I do every day? Well, okay, I don't do it every day, and that's okay. Sometimes I miss it, but then I catch up on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I got this as a birthday present last year. I don't know if this will be mirrored. Oh no, it's good. Okay. 1 question a day. It is a 5-year journal, a personal time capsule of questions and answers. And I really like it because they're just really short. Here, I'll open it to a blank page. So they're just like, what is that? Like 4 lines.
If your life were a book, what would be the title?
Yeah, and you just answer that. You put what year it is, and then you just answer it in a couple sentences. And I really like it because it adds a routine to my life. It makes me feel like, oh, okay, I did my little 1 journal a day thing,
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to when it finally overlaps, so that it's like more than 1 entry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like more than 1 year. So you're answering the same question on the same day every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really like it. It's something that so I'm not really good at journaling. I journal maybe every couple months because I just forget about it. But this has really made me journal, like even though it's just a couple of lines, sometimes it's only a couple of words. Sometimes I will literally answer it in like 3 words. But a lot of them have to do with like what happened in that day. So it is a form of journaling, and I really like it. I'd recommend it to anyone that wants to get started on journaling and wants some consistency in their life, but is scared of like, just blank pages. So
yeah. And like the 3 pages a day thing is kind of extreme.
But that's you.
Yeah. That's me though.
You.
I've been journaling since I was in elementary school, and I still have all my journals. I have like 1, 2, 3. I have 20 journals. I don't journal every day. I would like to, but I don't journal every single day. I don't always do 3 pages a day. Sometimes I can only do a sentence and be like, today was hard, or I made tacos for dinner. That's it. That's all I'll get to say, and then I'll probably fall asleep or get busy or just not want to write. I don't think I journaled for the entire month of April. Like, did April even happen? What
April
was April?
Weird month.
I think I journaled like a little bit in March, and then my birthday happened and the world shut down, and I was like, okay, Animal Crossing. That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're on a tangent. Bringing it back. Mental health matters. Focus on the process, not the product. Yeah. Anything that you want to close with, Susannah?
I have this quote that I really like, and it really encourages me to get up out of bed on the days that I don't feel like it, but I also don't want it to be like...
Is it Pizza Me riding in soil?
I love that. Well, no, but newsies love that. Let's see if I can find it. And if I can't find it in the next few seconds, then I found it. Okay, but I don't want it to be like,
What works for me is having my journal on a Google Doc. That is also really good. I have thought about doing electronic journaling, but I don't know. There's something about it for me that's like on paper.
You're a big fan of paper.
I am. I'm a slut for paper.
But that's a cool idea, definitely.
Yes. What's your quote, Susannah?
Okay, but I don't mean it to be like, what is the word? Like to make people feel bad if like you... Anyway, I'm just going to read it.
Yeah.
In the morning, when you rise unwillingly, remember this thought. I am rising to perform the work of a human being. Why am I dissatisfied if I'm going to do the very things for which I exist? Or have I been made for this, to lie in my bedclothes and keep myself warm? And sometimes that's all we feel like doing. But I don't know. It's just kind of something that sometimes helps me get out of bed. Will it show up? I don't know. Maybe. Yes.
You could type it in the comments so people can read it.
Okay. I will do that.
I think Jacob's home, but I can't tell. It's kind of wild. Anyway,
I hope that makes sense. Like, I know it's not like... I know it's not always just that easy to get out of bed. Like, right. I totally understand that. But
no, I mean, that motivates you, and that's valid.
Right. Right.
For me, when I'm trying to, like, motivate myself... Hi, honey. Oh, I mean, we can't see him. He's in camouflage. Oh, no. What's in your hand there?
It's for you.
It's for me?
Yeah.
Was your thing today?
No.
Okay, I was about to be so upset. What's this?
Thank you.
On the occasion of your husband's re-enlistment, you are recognized for your unselfish, faithful, devoted service during your husband's Marine Corps career. I got congratulated because you did good.
Look at it's just pretty.
It is pretty. And it says Stephanie J. Pruitt on it.
Aww. Ooh, that is fancy.
There's a husband.
I'm gonna come in here and kiss you.
Hi.
No. Bye.
You the best.
Thank you. You the best.
You the best.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, something that helps me in the morning when I'm getting up or trying to get up is like, honestly, it's so lame. I'll put on Disney Plus, and I'll just put on a Disney movie.
That's
typically Frozen 2 or Moana or Tangled, and I'll just be like, yes. And then I'll kind of like dance around my apartment and sing, or I'll just sit on my couch. Or I'll just sit on my couch and watch a movie. But either way, I got out of bed.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
I think credit where credit's due. Sorry, I'm almost done.
No, you're good. But I think we are going to wrap up the video. That was basically us talking about creativity during quarantine. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay a while. I'm friendly. I make videos sometimes.
People that were commenting live.
Yes, thank you. And if you have any other videos that you would like to see Susannah and I in together, let us know down below. I do want to film a truth or drink video with her pretty soon. So if you have any truth or drink like questions, that you want us to like have to answer, put them in the comments too, because that would be really fun. That being said, we're going to wrap up this video.
Thank you for having me, Stephanie. Thank you for watching, everyone.
Yes. Our social media handles are in the description box, and we will see you guys all soon in another video. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.